Hello everybody. I was first hit round the head by a police baton at the Windsor Great Park Festival in 1974, and I've never been the same since. Really, it does change your political perspective on the way that you think things are in one way or another. I come from a traveller and festivals background, and the idea is that people can exercise an idea of nomadism, not have to be tied to one place, and can travel around and self-select your neighbours. If you don't like your neighbours, move. It has been a way of life for about 400 years before then. My father wasn't called Lee. I don't come from an ethnic background in that respect, but I have self-selected a lifestyle that I thought was appropriate to me and my family. Anyway, a few years went past while we lived this lifestyle, and I ended up at an event called the Battle of the Bingfield, where me and several hundred others were trying to get to Stonehenge for the annual Free Festival. 5 police forces, 1,600 people, policemen, and the army in police uniform, the parachute regiment it turned out, attacked us and broke the vehicles and many people. I can't say how much that hurt me and my family, because the kit that got together the previous year to deal with the miners' situation. And rather than have 43 individual police forces acting with local accountability, they got together as one unitary lump and attacked essentially peaceful people. They wanted to teach us a lesson that this sort of thing was not to be encouraged, and that they wished to put out a message that anybody wished to associate us to scare the behaviours out of them doing so. The following year, the Public Order Act was enacted that said if 3 people bring with them 12 vehicles on a piece of land with the common purpose of residing there, then they commit an offence. That's called criminal trespass from then onwards. It has always been a civil matter that you evicted people in the civil courts, not with the Crown Court and crime. Anyway, a few more years go past, and instead of 3 people and 12 vehicles, it's 1 person with 6 vehicles in the Criminal Justice and Public Order Act. And of course they then invented the idea of the 20 people in a field listening to music that is characterised by a succession of repetitive beats. And that's the first time that music had ended up in law since the Nazis invented the idea of black people listening to syncopated jazz beats that might tend to corrupt and deprave. So that was chapter 2. I have to tell you now that chapter 3 is coming down the pipe, that if 1 person brings 1 vehicle on a piece of land, then they commit a criminal offence when told to move by the landowner, not a policeman, and that failing to do so gets your kit taken away from you. Now in the past it was returned by an extended legal process, but now it is likely to be taken away and destroyed. And the consequence to that is a whole community is about to end up homeless, their kids taken into care, and the idea of nomadism to be expunged from these islands. And I don't think that's a very good idea, because I think we should celebrate diversity in one shape or another. I have to say I'm critical of all politics, left and right here, because in the recent elections, the Labour Party in the north of England actually put out a leaflet to say, vote for us and we'll deal with these bloody travellers. I have to say that doesn't really sort of represent any kind of diversity, and does show that we don't have any friends on either side of it, so we have to stick up for ourselves. Hence why I call myself an anarchist rather than a leftist. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Alan.